Hi there, this is Nate Trapp. I just wanted to make a short survival guide for COD4 Remastered. As we all know, this year we have two Call of Duty games, COD4 Remastered and Infinite Warfare. And even though COD4 it's the better of both, for some reason there is more information on YouTube about Infinite Warfare. So basically, I'll just say what I know about the game. It's not much, but basically there's a lot of the information that actually remained the same from COD4 is affecting the gameplay in a big way in this one, even though some of the things were fixed, adjusted slightly, still kind of affects the gameplay. So basically there's a lot of gun anomalies from COD4, some of them intended, some of them like considered glitches and bugs. So the first and the most common one that everybody probably knows about is that you don't, on every AK weapon like AK-47 and AK-74U, you usually don't put any attachments because it actually affects the gun, makes it worse per se. AK-74U causes a big hip spread. It causes like a big spread like a assault rifle, even though the gun is SMG. So if you add any sights or silencer, it actually affects the gun. And AK-47 affects the damage over range the same way if you put any sight or a silencer. So if you want to have a better version of the weapon, just use it without any attachments. So this stayed the same for COD4 Remastered as well. The next one is basically one of the best snipers, M40. If you put an ACOG sight on it, it can actually get one-shot kill in every part of the body. So that actually changed because with that gun, with putting an ACOG sight, you actually get hit markers, so you don't get like a one-shot kill. Obviously, it was considered a glitch or the gun to be overpowered, but anyways, the M40 it's still like a really powerful gun. Anyways, the next one, which was was changed at the very end of the cycle of the game, P90. The SMG P90 had a problem. With extreme conditioning, you're getting extra like range when you have a running speed. So that actually changed. Even if you have extreme conditioning or not, the running speed remained the same for the same amount of range for all the SMGs. So that didn't change at all. It remained like that actually changed. So that glitch disappeared. So we don't have it anymore. And the last one, it's not glitch per se. It mostly works as intended. It's MMP5, obviously because 9mm SMG. If you combine it with the M9, which is the Beretta handgun, gets more like ammo. So all the ammos that you actually have for your pistol carries over for the MP5 as well. So it's a good thing to know, like, just to combine it for more ammo for your MMP5. So if you want to just carry more ammo, that's a way to do it. And even if you put a bandolier, which is like a perk one, adding more ammo for both guns, actually combined they get insane amount, which I think is like 270 bullets for your MP5. So that's a good thing to know about. If you're a running gun player, that's something to consider. So like a lot of YouTubers kind of mentioned that the guns are not balanced, the game is kind of old and you can see the age of it. So yeah, the guns are not perfectly balanced, but in my opinion, all the SMG assault rifles and LMGs are pretty usable, with small exceptions like, let's say, Mini Uzi and a Scorpion. They're not the best out of there, but like if you want to just play with SMG, assault rifle, or LMG, they can all be used, obviously, to a certain extent. The God gun, which is M16, one-shot kill burst, that thing is still in the game, and it's way better than the rest. However, the rest are still usable anyways. Kill streaks, we have UAV, airstrike, and helicopter, nothing else. So the UAVs, they cannot be shot down. It's a UAV spam, there's no way you can take it off. Airstrikes, same thing, you cannot take it down. It can spam airstrikes as well. Helicopter, you can shoot it with everything you have, like guns, with LMGs. Probably the LMG is the best way to shoot down a helicopter. So usually with half a magazine from any LMG will take the helicopter down. The other second option is like shooting it with two RPGs, which are a little inaccurate and not as good to take it down. However, it's an option if you want to carry as a first perk two RPGs. You can actually do that, so you can actually shoot down helicopters if you want to get good at it. So other things about the game, it's time to kill. The time to kill, even though people are saying it remains the same, actually it feels different because it feels way faster. The main reason possibly it's the dedicated servers. As we all know previously, even though we had dedicated servers on PC, still didn't feel the same. Still felt like almost slower than what it is right now, but probably it's my perception, although a lot of people think the same way. So the guns kill way faster than usual. I mean, people are blaming the dedicated servers, but for good or bad, that's what it is. Drop shot. Drop shot is not as effective, which is, as you know, when somebody shoots at you, you can just lay on the ground prone. With a console, it's probably the only effective way to do it. Otherwise, with the PC, going prone doesn't affect the whole encounter that much. So drop shot, it's effective in this game, and a lot of people forgot about it because over the years of Call of Duties, got like really ineffective due to fact that we have jetpacks and stuff with the previous games, and also in some of the games they made it really ineffective. So when you drop from a standing to prone position, your gun gets really inaccurate, which is not the case in this game. You're still really accurate with the drop shot, so we might see that coming back at some point. However, the time to kill prevents you from being effective, which brings up one of the perks. So if you want to use drop shot and be effective with it, you might use Juggernaut, because that keeps you alive longer. What is a Juggernaut is like actually make you survive one extra bullet, and that's a perk too, because you have 3 perks obviously. Second perk, you can choose either Juggernaut and a bunch of other options. Juggernaut, stopping power, and UAV jammer are the only possible options. That everything else is almost like garbage. So Juggernaut makes you survive one extra bullet. Stopping power makes you kill with one extra bullet. I mean, one bullet less, so you kill faster. So you can choose either way. So if you're a long range shooter, stopping power is probably the best way to go. If you're just running gun, close and personal, Juggernaut is probably the way to go. And if you want to choose, if you want to go drop shot, then Juggernaut is the way to go anyways. UAV jammer is the only other possible option. Let's say you want to run a gun with a silencer and flank, then yes, you can choose that. However, you're not going to have the advantage of Juggernaut or stopping power. You'll be slight disadvantage, but if you want to be stealthy, that's the only way to go. And everything else that we had in previous games, like the whole game carried a lot of like a lot of imbalanced stuff from the previous one. So for example, we had a lot of grenades ×3, which is and the grenades were quite little anyways. So it doesn't seem to be as bad this time around, because I can avoid easily a grenade that's being thrown at me, which it wasn't the case the previous time. Noob tubes, they don't seem as effective, even though they said they didn't change anything. Reloading was quite long previously. I didn't test that, but it seems like on par with the rest of the Call of Duties, without any like a fast hand or a speed reload. And yeah, that's all. If you don't want to get into details, that's all you need to know about the game. So happy hunting. Bye now.